Hello everybody, and I'm glad that you are joining us today for the Singapore Grand Prix. It's going to be the round 13 of 17 already, as we have just 5 races to go, so we're going to have our 2011 champion decided. As for now, we still have intrigue in this championship. I can't say that there is a lot of it, but at least we can have a battle for the Constructors Championship. I'm not sure about the Drivers Championship though. Anyways, it's time to start the qualifying for the Singapore Grand Prix, as we're going to do it right now. Well, talking about the weather, as it happened at Monza, no rain at all. Uh, Good conditions for racing. As now we're going to have the slow 6 drivers decided in Q1. Okay, here we go. 22 drivers and 18 minutes to set the fastest lap time possible and to make it into the second qualifying stage. As we already have the first cars leaving the garages, and the first one to do it is going to be Erika Benhanebusa, who had a fantastic race last weekend. She could not make it to the podium though, but still P8 is a solid result for Zauber. Then it's Santino Andreoli, also finally scoring points for Renault P6, with Aditya Bagos on finishing the Italian Grand Prix on P4, Beethoven making 1-2 for McLaren. Then there was Daniel, Chapman, Fraser, Martinez. I'm not going to tell the name of each driver, so yes. Because they're going to build the drivers on the track anyways. And also, talking about the Singapore and the racing here, I guess we can talk about the results of the previous race here, as it happened at 2010. Well, of course I want to talk about the qualifying sessions first, as we had just an awesome Q3 results. Not just somebody from midfield team scoring pole. I would like to have something like that, but no. We had Lotus and HRT having fantastic results. Out of Q1 we had Limonov, Aitken, Taylor-Taylors, uh, Petrosian, Bagus and Fraser. Yes, we had Bagus and Fraser out of Q1. That's impressive, as they were 2 seconds slower than the driver on P20, who was Jorik Petrosian. Out of Q2 we had Kakaboy, Ferrari, then Wimbledon Williams and Nissani, Gabriel from HRT in Q2, that's actually fantastic, Dave on P15 and Alexeyev on P16. And now about the qualifying results. It was a pole for then P2 Toby Taylor and P3 Senior Kaka. P4 was Binala, who was racing for Mercedes these times, then Smitler, Kieslin, Armin, and what's actually going wrong? The wrong thing is then there is going to be Andreoli, who was racing for Lotus then on P8. Then it's going to be Senior Penne from HRT on P9, and on P10 um, uh, we have Mayers, who was racing for HRT, if I'm not mistaken. Let me actually check it out. Anyways, we already have the drivers completing the laps, Bagus only second, and we have a yellow flag with Beethoven stopping the car on the middle sector. And yes, I didn't want to reflag the session actually, so I guess we can continue. Oh, and we actually have still a lot of debris, and I was mistaken, it's actually sector 3, not sector 2. And Berta Kiesling crosses the line. We have Eric Eleven and Hanebusa still in first position, but not for so long, as Berta Kiesling is now the fastest of the session. Black would P4, Lionel Messi P6 because of these yellow flags. Vucic Armin is going to be on P5. Then Abovic. Oven is no, he's leaving the garage, so it's alright, I think. This is not going to ruin anybody's lap. Gabriel P10, Smither P1, awesome. Oscar up into P3. Oscar up into P3, that's great. That's great. And now we're going to take a look at our McLaren of baked oven. Actually, what has happened to him? I wonder. Yes, he's going to be starting the race last, as there was a water leak. And yeah, that's going to be the probably the weekend over for him. Yes, he's going to be racing at the race, but yes, it's still quite difficult to overtake, and if you can overtake, there is still a huge chance to collide with somebody. For example, in this corner, there were a lot of collisions right there during the 2010 race. And yeah, of course, it's one of the most dangerous parts of the track. As we had Abovic crashing there for like 4 or 5 times during the race. Yeah, these are some awesome numbers, but yeah, that's true. That's true, as he was really driving really dirty. And the same happened to Limonov. After the race, Abovic has got 5 plus 10 second time penalty, while Limonov has got 10 plus 10. And yeah, I was about to say something about Scott Meyers, and yes, I was correct that he was driving for Sauber, but he could not complete the full race distance as he has got an engine failure. I guess you'll have a question, or you'll not have a question, about what's happened in the qualifying, why HRT and Lotus are in Q3, and the answer is that the qualifying was taking place in the changing conditions. That's why, for example, Bagus and Fraser were 2 seconds slower than, for example, that for Cynthia Petrosian. Also, one of the midfield teams, not like HRT or Lotus, but still only P20. Also, the Renault of Taylor's on P19. Uh, and yes, that's it. Actually, I guess we can also discuss the race results, as the drivers making their ways to start their next laps. Uh, well, who has won the race? Yes, it was McLaren, but not Abovic, it was Senior Kaka. 5 seconds behind him was Nicholas Binal, and on P3 it was Toby Taylors, who was still racing for Red Bull. But sadly he has finished his not just Formula 1 but the whole racing career after 2010, the same as his brother Taylor Taylor's. On P4 it was Berta Kieslin, and on P5 Abobovic. Abovic finished on P5, crossed the line on P5, but what about being classified? Plus 15 seconds time penalty, and as a result he is on P6. Then on P5 is Kakaboy, Taylor Taylors, Georgi Limonov with 20 seconds time penalties, so as a result he's on P9 with Alex Nisani on P8, and completing the top 10 is the last driver who finished the race. It was actually Santino Andreoli. Other 12 drivers have retired. On P11 it was Georg Petersian, then P12 Hank Wimbledon with an engine failure, P13 Daniel Fraser transmission, then Penne, Bagos, Aitken and Dave. On P18 is Scott Meyers, as I've already said he had an engine failure, and the last 4 drivers were Yuri Gabriel, Vucic Armin, Max Mitla, and Yulia Alexeyev, as Eric Alibana Hanebusa makes the mistake into turn 1, and probably ruining the Santino Andreoli's lap. Or what was that? What was that? What is she doing? And yeah, I guess there's still going to be such a crazy qualifying session today. So what has happened to Erica? It looks like there were no problems with the car, just running over the curb, and yeah, that's quite a strange line. And yes, just crashing into the wall. It was not the best decision for her, but still, that's kind of strange. Anyways, we have yellow flags into sector 1, and looks like everybody's lap time is going to be ruined because of this driver. Well, I guess it's time to write down Erica's lap time. Actually, Sarah Kaka has already completed his lap. Why I said Senior Kaka, I don't know, I had some 2010 vibes when Senior was still racing for McLaren, but now of course it's Baked Oven, who is the fastest of the session. Well, so it's not going to be counted. Of course, the same as Eric Nebusa. Well, I guess everybody's lap time is going to be ruined, but as we see, Santina has an improvement. After the middle sector, the same as Daniel Fraser and Victor Aitken. What's happening? Everybody has an improvement. But yeah, actually, who cares of the yellow flags because it's just a game? Okay. Okay, nobody's going to be penalized, I guess. Fraser makes it up into P1, another crash. What's happening, guys? It's Santino Andreoli in the wall again. What is that? I guess it was absolutely the same. And actually it was. Such a strange behavior by the Frenchman. Who was in Q3 with Lotus last season, but now looks like it's going to be not even Q2 for him, as that's the session over for the Frenchman. A lot of yellow flags already, the third crash into the wall in just 10 minutes. Bagos P2, Beethoven mixed out of the pits, but who cares? Who actually cares? Vucic Armin is crossing the line, Arnold is crossing the line, and now we have Gabriel on P17. Actually on P16, not counting Oven, so yes. Atalsli up into P8, and Gabriel P3, not bad. Not bad.
Second row, well done.
Okay, sorry. Looks like we've missed something as we have Lionel Messi also in the wall. Such a strange qualifying actually, so yes. It's going to be another driver in the wall. That's really weird. So yes, that's it. Now we have baked oven without any lap time. And then we have Erika Lebana Hanemusa. Then we had also somebody else. As it was Santino Andreoli. Yes, it was Andreoli. With a lap time of 1:41.011. And now it's going to be Lionel Messi. Yeah, that's a very strange situation happening with the turn 1. So I guess I have nothing to do, so... Yeah, probably it's going to be the wrong decision, but I guess that after that turn 1 accident, everybody is able to continue their sessions because it's just really stupid. Because, yeah, it's a bug of the track and we have Marshall on the pit lane. Awesome glitch. Yeah, that's an awesome glitch by the game and by the track. But no, now it's fine. Just a graphical glitch, or how can I name it? So as a result, we still have 21 driver, not 22 because of oven and his oil leak and water leak. So yes, that's it. As we have Santino Andreoli on the flying lap at the moment, and he's just 1/10, even less than 1/10 slower than Bagus, like quarter of a tenth of a second. Not bad. We have 4 minutes left in the session. Okay, he has an improvement on sector 1. What about the middle sector? Almost 1 second faster than his personal best after the middle sector. So let's see how good is he going to be when he crosses the finish line. Santina is crossing the line and it's going to be P10. The next one to complete the flying lap is actually going to be... It's going to be Daniel Fraser. And while he starts the lap, let's actually talk about the drivers who may not make it into the second stage of the qualifying. Daniel Fraser runs wide, and that's going to be another glitch by this fantastic or not track. Yeah, that's really stupid. So we'll just move on, and it's going to be Aditya Bagos, and of course another dose of yellow flags. But this time with the front wing being ripped off for Aditya. Rosetta Martinez, nice, no damage. Looks like also it's going to be Emil Nilsson. Screw this track. Now I'm not really sure what to do. So probably the solution is going to be 0% damage. Or not 0, for example, like 50% or 100. Because right now we're using 400% damage. Historically, Hayabusa have no improvement like anybody else, of course, as we had yellow flags. And just 1 minute remaining. 1 minute left in the session. So as the result looks like we have Nielsen, Aitken, Armin, Toast... no, sorry. So basically, Armin, Toast, Messi, Chapman, Hidayat and Oven. As we have another yellow flag and it's going to be Bertek Yeslin. I don't really know... Don't actually know what to do. Probably we should just red flag the session. Yeah, also not the best idea. Then what should we do with the next sessions, as there's still going to be this glitch? Probably we should use a different version of the track, probably, or we should just cancel the Grand Prix. But yeah, that's kind of stupid. Okay, it's going to be the checker flag. Black with no improvement, taken up into P16, Nielsen down to P17, Daniel no improvement, Armin up into P14, so now Nielsen is on P18, actually P17, not counting Oven. Then we have Yuri Gabriel with an improvement on the middle sector, and it's going to be P2. Great job. Telsley is still on P11. Max Miller comes down the final corner, as we have marshals waving yellow flags, as it's also another retirement from the session, but now it's going to be Jafari Blackwood. Stopping the car not at the exit of the second corner, but just stopping the car. Another stupid behavior of AI on the Singapore track. So instead of checker flag, we see yellow flag on the main straight, Erica is in the pits, and I think that's all, but actually no. Abosh is still in the flying lap. Abosh still can improve, if not Messi ahead of him, but no, he can't improve. He was 3/10 slower than his personal best after the middle sector, as here comes Chapman to cross the line and get nothing. Adam Hidayat improves, but still P22. Sami Toscan, it's nothing. And as a result, there's going to be the session over with uh, Nielsen, Toast, Messi, Chapman, Hidet, and Owen, and not making it into the second qualifying stage. So I guess the best decision is going to be just to continue the qualifying, but there's going to be as 100% damage, because actually there are not so many options as the weekend is already started. I can't just like cancel it during the qualifying, the same as I cannot replace the track, so we have already started. So yeah, it's going to be just Q2 and Q3 in the race, but with a bit I don't know how to say that, with a bit worse damage. So it's going to be like unrealistic, but at least the bugs are going to be somehow, but they're going to be fixed. Anyway, see you in a couple of minutes for the second qualifying session, so we're going to have only 16 drivers fighting for the top 10, and yeah, that's all. Hello again, and we're back with the qualifying session in Singapore. We now have just 16 drivers fighting for the top 10 to make it into the final qualifying stage and to be able to fight for the pole position. Look how fast they are already leaving the garages. And here now is going to be the damage getting slighter a bit to prevent this bug ruining our session. So yeah, I guess it's time for some advertisements once again, as we do almost every session. So if you want to become a commentator here, you can join our Discord server, the link is in the description. Here you can contact us or just join the race streams voice chat. You are free to do it and you are free to commentate. Santiandrello is already going to start the flying lap, and right behind him there is Sabovic. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Completes the first corner, fantastic. Sabovic completes the corner, beautiful. Max Mittel completes the corner really well. Then Gabriel and Bagus. Daniel, Martinez, Oskan. Everybody's completing the corner nicely because I just hope that everything goes well. Okay, the drivers have already completed the first sector, and the fastest so far, I guess it's Abovic. But well, let's see. After the middle sector, we have no yellow flags at the moment so far. And Abovic can be getting some slipstream as he's right behind the Frenchman and driving for Renault. And no, they have absolutely the same time. I mean Santin and Abovic, and that's interesting. Max Mittler is the fastest, I think. I guess he is, as his time after the middle sector was 103.7. So yes, right now he is the fastest. Here comes Santin Andreoli down the final corner. Down the main straight he comes, and who is going to be faster, Andreoli or Abovic? It's going to be Abovic by just 4 hundredths of a second. P1 is going to be actually Smeetler, P5 Gabriel, P6 Bagus, Daniel P2, Martinez P5, Oscar actually P5, Hero Martinez, and it is a yellow flag, and we should check the replay. Oh, it's Eric Alabanakhalevos in the wall. With the puncture, oh no. That's a puncture of the rear tire. Guess so, which tire is that? I guess it's the rear right tire. Yes. Anyway, Serica is going to be starting on from P16. Tomorrow we have Armin with absolutely the fastest middle sector. He's much faster than Smeetler. Not really much, but by just quarter of a tenth of a second. Anyways, here comes Armin completing the final sector, just two corners, and we're going to know who's going to be the fastest, and it's going to be still Smeatler. Armin down to 5th. After this beautiful middle sector are not only P15 with Santin Andreoli on P7, Abovic P6, P5 for Armin, P4 Daniel, P3 Kissing, P2 Fraser, and P1 Max Smeatler. Okay, drivers are making it into the pits. And we have a lot of pit lane traffic. We already have it like a tradition, I guess. Or not a tradition, maybe just a coincidence. Coincidence. Well, who knows? Maybe it's actually a part of the Great HRT Master Plan to win the 2012 season. The only driver on the track is of course Eric Hanebusa, but yes, she's still going to be on P16 in this session, Abovic makes it out of the pit lane. Right behind him there are such drivers like Bagos, Daniel, Oskan, uh, Smitla, Andreoli, Martinez, Stylesley, Gabriel, and for now, that's all. And that's interesting, but in Q1 we had already 3 drivers crashing into turn 1. But after 10 minutes of Q2 we have no drivers making a mistake in this corner. Anyways, I guess it's actually middle. Sorry, a second corner of the track, not the first one. So yeah, Boichi is going for the flying lap. Let's see if he's going to be faster or not, as he's already on the straight, crossing the line, and he's 5,000ths of a second better than his previous lap, while Bagos is faster than Smeatler. not faster, not just faster, but by almost 1/10 of a second. Okay, Hanebo says on P8, but yes, as I said, it does not count. Okay, let's just ignore it. Popovich is actually faster than Smitler in the middle sector by 15 hundredths of a second. Bagos is he faster? I guess he is. But here comes Sabovich through the chicane. And now into the final couple of corners. Is he going to be faster than Smitler or not? Looks like Smitler is too weak. Going through the middle sectors, here comes Sabovich. 2/10 of a second faster than Smitler. 2/10 faster, Bagos only P2. 800ths of a second slower. The next one to cross the line is going to be Samitowski with no improvement on his personal best. Max Smitler is going to be the next one, also no improvement. And then it's Santino Andreoli staying on 8th position. Rosetta Martinez improving and he's now on P8. Telsley P15 with an improvement. Yuri Gabriel, who is now on P14, he must improve, and he does. He's up into second. Daniel Fraser, we have yellow flags, and it's in this Jake Telsley in the wall with a suspension failure. It's not a mistake, it's a suspension failure. So basically it's the third failure, the third mechanical failure of the session. Okay, we have green flags again, as the drivers can continue racing around this beautiful Asian track. Here comes Kiestin, he's now on P6. He can improve after this great middle sector, and actually he does. He improves by 1/10 of a second and makes it up into 4th. Makes it up into 4th, overtaking Fraser. And do we have any other drivers? No, we don't. So, what the penalties are going to be for tomorrow's race? It's going to be 10 places for Oven and 5 places for Tesla for the gearbox.
2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, we have 2 minutes remaining in this session. And yeah, I guess we can already finish the session, as nobody else is going to complete a lap, as on the track we only have 2 Zabras of Erika Hanebus and Jake Dansley. And yeah, both of the drivers are driving for Zauber. Coincidence? I think not. Anyways, that's it for Q2. 2, and we have the drivers finished the session outside the top 10. And all these drivers are Eric Van Hanebusa, Victor Aitken, Jafar Blackwood, Samit Oskan, Tilsley, and Arnold. So that's it, and see you in a couple of minutes again, but this time we're going to be taking a look at the final session for today. Is going to be Q3, who's going to be the pole sitter for tomorrow. Well, let's see, as we're going to be starting in just 5 minutes time. And hello everybody once again. Now it's Q3, and after quite a short break, we're back. Uh, we're back at Singapore for the qualifying session of the 2011 Singapore Grand Prix, round 13 of 17. Just five races to go. The season is already coming to the end. Formula 1 season, Formula N season, and also the real F1 2021 season. Well, now we have just 10 drivers. These drivers are Darabus Daniel, Daniel Fraser, Vucic Armin, Rosetta Martinez, Santino Andreoli, Yuri Gabriel, Aditya Bagus, Berta Kieslin, Max Miller, and Bobovic. And yes, you can make your predictions about who's going to win this qualifying session, who's going to start from pole position. You can make your predictions in the chat. Anyways, Derbas Daniel is already starting the flying lap. The driver who's finally got his second podium in the Formula 1 career. The first podium was at Turkey, and the second podium happened to him at Monza. It was a beautiful race, that was an awesome race, probably one of the best races of the season in my opinion. So let's see how fast is he going to be at Singapore. He has a fantastic qualifying pace. Darbus was always good in qualifying sessions, but sadly he has not the best luck this season, and as a result he is only 14th in the championship. And after the Italian Grand Prix he has just gained 2 positions in the championship, the same as Apovic did. He was on P6, now he's on P4, and he can fight not just for the 3rd position but for the 2nd position, as there is also just a 3 points gap between P4 and P6. On P6 we have Yuri Gabriel with 104 points and 106 points for Daniel Fraser, who is on P5, but it does not matter as Daniel crosses the line with 139.969. What a beautiful number he has. And here comes Fraser. 1 second slower, Armin 3rd, Rosetta Martinez 2nd. Aditya Bakas is going to be the next one. I'm not sure that he's going to be faster than Daniel. Or probably it was just not the best lap by Fraser. Maybe there was a mistake somewhere. Maybe, but Bagus is not faster either. 2nd position for him, Gabriel 3rd, Santino Andreoli crossing the line and being located on 6th position. We have 3 more drivers, above which is going to be on P4 with Smittler P1. Smittler P1 with a lap of 139.757. It's not over yet, as here comes another Mercedes. It's going to be Berta Kiesin crossing the line, and it's going to be just P5 for him. Yeah, that was a fantastic lap by Max, by our Scottish Super Max. He was 0.2 of a second faster than Daniel. Yeah, that's fantastic, but talking about the intrigue in the championship, looks like the intrigue is slowly dying. And I guess it all started from the start of the season. Yeah, there were some battles in the championship. For example, after the European Grand Prix, there was just 2 points between Smitler and Bagus. But then, Great Britain, Smitler 104, Bagus 90. Germany, Smitler 116, Bagus 99. Hungary, Smitler 134, Kiestin 111, Bagus 103. Not just second position, but third. Third position for Bagus. Then it's going to be Belgian Grand Prix, Smitler 160, Berta Kiestin on second, 129. Already, how many? 31 point between them. I'm not even talking about Bagus, who has just 113, and it's 47 points to Smitler. And now, after Italy, yes, Max Smitler has crashed into Ascari on the first lap. Yes, he has not scored any points. But what about Bagus? Only 125 points, and 35 points between Smitler and Bagus. Yes, we still have 5 races, 125 points to score maximum. Everybody can do it, even Lotus or HRT, who knows, maybe they're going to be running with a fantastic engine, with a new engine, having a brand new chassis and being even faster than Max Smitler, IDT Bagus, or somebody else, who knows. Yeah, this season is really unpredictable, so everything can happen. Even Erika Hanebus has won the Australian Grand Prix. Yeah, I'm going to talk about this example once again and once again and once again, but that's a fact. Nobody is going to steal this win from Zauber, so yes. And of course, we can already say that this season was much crazier, much more unpredictable. Talking about the race results, but not the championship. Yeah, I guess we can actually talk about the 2010 season once again, and we can compare the results. So, what happened after the Italian Grand Prix? Also, Italian Grand Prix took place before the race at Singapore. So now, Abovic 204 points, and Max Mittler 197 points. Just 7 points gap between them. And then Kakabo in P3 177. So just 27. Anybody from these three could win the championship, Abovic, Smitler or Kakaboy. But what about the current results? No, looks like the intrigue is already dead. 31 point between Smitler and Kiestin. More than 25 points that any driver can score by winning the race. So what's now? What's next? Max Smitler winning the race, then winning the race at South Korea, and what? He's going to be the world champion. Yes, the results were quite interesting, quite unexpected. In some races, for example Monza, for example Australia, for example any other race. But what about the championship? Okay, let's continue our qualifying session. Okay, Rosetta is crossing the line. Looks like there is going to be no improvement for this Force India. The only Force India in this session. And actually, yeah, no improvement. Fraser up into third.
Second row. Well
There was a there was a prediction in the chat about Daniel getting the pole, but for now he's on P3. Still nice result. Armin and Daniel, no improvement. Bagus up into second. Bagus up into second. Just 100th of a second between Smither and Bagus. The championship contenders. Also here comes Max completing the final sector. Yes, he has not the best lap. He's not improving on his personal best. So I guess it's still going to be the Ferrari on the pole. Maybe. As he crosses the line, of course, no improvement. The next one is going to be Santino Andreoli, who is now last in the session, who is now on P10. And yes, he has an improvement on the middle sector, the same as on the first sector, and he's improving by 0.2 of a second. I guess he's going to be around P7, P8. No, it's only P9 for him. And he's behind Martinez. Abovic up into P5. Gabriel is not improving. And Kestin is the next one to cross the finish line. And it's going to be P5, faster than Abovic. Rosetta Martinez is next. But yes, everybody is pitting. Everybody is pitting. As we have just 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the session. To object and to take that pole position. Yeah, but I guess that it's actually the qualifying over, as nobody is going to leave the garage in 20 seconds time, not like a minute, just 20 seconds. Let's see if anybody is going to do that. Anybody? I guess nobody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's Max Mittler on the pole position for the Singapore Grand Prix. Yes, there was a prediction about Fraser, but it's going to be his teammate. So, yes, still Ferrari on the pole with Bagus second and Darbus Daniel third. Another good qualifying session by him, but he was losing 0.2 of a second to Max. P4 is going to be Daniel Fraser. P5 is going to be Berta Kiesler, who is now on the track. Then P6 Abovic, P7 Gabriel, P8 Martinez, P9 Andreoli, and starting P10 is going to be Vucic Armin. So yes, that's all. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a good evening, and see you tomorrow for the race. Goodbye.